I want to start with Kevin Durant and Michael Rapaport. So Kevin Durant was in the news this past week because of some explicit, or as the NBA deemed it, offensive and derogatory language that he used with the actor and comedian Michael Rapaport. Now, for those of you out there who are listening to the show, if you're not familiar with Michael Rapaport, he's an actor and comedian. I find some of his content to be funny. Some of his content I don't find to be funny. But with that being said, he's made a living in his particular industry being explicit, being vulgar. He goes at celebrities. He goes at athletes. He goes at other entertainers. That's how he makes his living. I'm not knocking him for that. But Michael Rapaport has gotten a pass from the black community for far too long. I understand that when it comes to issues as it pertains to minorities or the plight of African Americans in this country, Michael Rapaport has been outspoken, right? But that does not excuse what he just did this past week. Michael Rapaport violated not just street code, but violated bro code, okay? You do not go public with something that was private. I understand if he felt a certain type of way about what Kevin Durant said. And for those of you listening, you might say, well, Marcus, whenever you bring up a man's wife or his children, that is out of bounds. That's off limits. But if you are aware of what Michael Rapaport does or what he said in the past, Michael Rapaport has no filter. And I'm not condoning Kevin Durant attacking his wife or his children if he has any. What I'm simply saying is he violated the trust that he and Kevin Durant had, which was if you are involved in a heated exchange, in a direct message, or in an inbox with somebody, you do not make that public for the world to see and know. That is where I have an issue with what Michael Rapaport did. Now, the NBA, right before I came on, news just broke that they fined Kevin Durant $50,000 for his offensive and derogatory language. And I get it. In his tweets to Michael Rapaport, in his comments to Michael Rapaport, there was some misogynistic tone. There was some anti-homophobic tone. I get it. In 2021, you can't have that. But for Michael Rapaport to think that it's acceptable to do that, how can any other athlete feel comfortable exchanging any type of information with him, whether it's on the record or off the record? He and Kevin Durant, whatever spat they were involved in, whatever tensions they had, you cannot do that under any circumstances, especially if you don't make the other party aware of you going public with said information. Now, I want to shift gears to Kevin Durant, the basketball player, because even though people say, well, what is Kevin Durant doing? We haven't seen Kevin Durant on a basketball court for almost a month and some change. Every time we turn around, Kevin Durant is involved in some type of controversy on social media, whether he's going at teenagers. I don't care about any of that. I'm one of the few people in the media who doesn't subscribe to the fact that Kevin Durant is a weirdo or the fact that he needs to act his age. I care about what Kevin Durant does on the basketball court. And what I know from what my eyes have shown me is that Kevin Durant is one of the greatest basketball players we have ever seen. Ever.